All right. Well, good afternoon, good evening, wherever time has you. We are so thankful and grateful that you are here today for the virtual golden premiere of the Mompreneur Conversations Show. The theme of tonight's show is connection. It's all about connection, and we want to connect with you. So get ready, y'all, because this is going to be a little interactive. Definitely. So, Dr. Brene Brown says, I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from relationship. Wow, I love that quote. We have some amazing speakers that are going to be giving their expertise in a little bit. But right now, I want to go out to Michele, share a few words.
Thank you so much. And it's just really an honor and pleasure to have each and every one of you here for this special event. And so I just want to say heartfelt thank you for joining us today. Today is the premiere of a show that I've been working on for about a year with the help of Dr. Letitia Wright and Laura Ibarra. And we're going to hear from them in a little bit. So thankful for them. But really, this journey started about 14 years ago. And I really believe this is a passion, purpose um, project that God has ordained me to do. And as I said, I'm just really honored to have you here. And I want to just really introduce our mistress of ceremony, who's a good friend of mine, personal development, workout partner, business partner. And she's been on this journey actually since the first day I started this journey over 14 years ago. And so I just like to read her bio just so that you can learn a little bit about the mistress of ceremony. So it's Kimberly Todd-Tullos, who originally hailing from the Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. Kimberly made the move to Los Angeles in 1985, a graduate of Suffolk University, and she's had a diverse career, including working with notable entities such as Inc. magazine and FedEx. And today, Kimberly is an accomplished entrepreneur, serving the marketplace as a business solutions concierge. Her range of offerings includes affordable legal services, identity theft protection, and direct mail marketing. Additionally, she serves as an affiliate for the Employee Retention Credit ERC. Kimberly is happily married to her soulmate, Archie, and they recently celebrated the 30th anniversary in Hawaii. And it was a beautiful, I saw the pictures. Aside from her entrepreneurial pursuit, she is also a talented artist and has developed her unique line of fabric art greeting cards. She is a published author in the series Becoming 50 Something, Volume 1. She serves in various leaderships roles at her church, Sherman Oaks Unit Sherman Oaks United Methodist Church. Can get that off my tongue. And loves the weekly growth game activity at her Toastmasters Club. And also cherishes her early morning walks and constantly seeks personal growth and development. Through her experiences, she has come to cherish the value of time, the fragility of life, and the sanctity of relationship. And I might, like as I said, she's just my dear friend. I love her, and I'm just so thankful that she is going to be the mistress of ceremony today. And I just want to take a moment because I did want to go live. I'm going to just, if you just hold a little bit, I wanted to go live on Facebook. So give me 1 minute as I cue that up. Hopefully, we can do that, and then we'll
You
continue
got it.
on with the show.
Dame Doria, so blessed to have you with us this evening.
All right.
I'm visiting with my 98-year-old mama. So she's watching a movie right now.
Oh, well,
So
thank you
beautiful.
so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And now we're officially, well, almost there, going live. So thank you for that. So as we continue with the show, I'm going to turn it back over to Kimberly.
Thank you so much, Michele. November is National Gratitude Month. And we couldn't be more grateful to have all of you here because you've all given something that you can't get back. your most precious commodity, and that's time. And we are so grateful for that. So now let's peel back the curtain and chat with Michele about the vision and the mission of the Mompreneur Conversations Show. I'm first going to read her bio. Michele A. Wilson is a leading advocate for mompreneurs, celebrated for her innovative contributions to media. As an enlightened leader, she is founder and owner of the Mompreneur Conversations Network. Michele is dedicated to curating an exceptional array of programming with her TV channel, committed to guiding entrepreneurial moms of special needs children, helping them redefine balance and find fulfillment in both business and caregiving. As the TV host and executive producer of the Mompreneur Conversations Show, Michele shares her personal narrative and professional insights. The show highlights her revolutionary journey, equipping her with strategies to reclaim her identity, to achieve life, business harmony, and nurture purpose-driven enterprises. With over 30 years of entrepreneurial experience and having supported more than 300 businesses, Michele's acumen shines in her dedication to community mentorship through Avanti America International Business Academy. Her coaching, specifically tailored to moms of special needs children, provides innovative solutions to empower them to realize their potential amidst the challenges of family life. Michele's academic credentials are highlighted by a Bachelor of Science in Business Management from the University of Phoenix, complemented by her graduation from the Ventura County Leadership Academy and the Money and You program, both of which have played a radical role in her personal and professional development. Her influence is evident in her accolades, which include the 2020 IBM TV Award for Excellence in Women Empowerment, best-selling author recognition, the role of chapter president for Business Network International, as we know BNI, and nominations for both the University of Phoenix Leadership Impact Award and the Women Summit by the Los Angeles Business Journal. As a columnist for the Los Angeles Tribune and as a guest magazine contributor, Michele's insights reach a broad audience. She attributes her success to the unwavering support of her family, friends, and mentors who have instilled in her a strong belief in herself and the value of pursuing her dreams. Michele Wilson is not only an enlightened leader and an advocate for mompreneurs, but also a dedicated single mom of 3 extraordinary children, 2 sons and a daughter. Her life underwent a significant transformation upon her youngest son's dual diagnosis. For over 14 years, Michele has managed a successful business while also serving as a full-time caregiver to her son, who at the age of 6 years old was diagnosed with a life-threatening condition of chronic intestinal pseudoobstruction as well as autism. Navigating the intricate challenges of single parenthood, Michele has shown steadfast commitment to her work, education, and family. With her son's extensive treatment, she initiated a new business venture from the confines of his hospital room. Those challenging 5 months were characterized by sleepless nights and a profound sense of isolation. Yet, Michele remained undeterred. Her determination and hope during this period laid the groundwork for what 14 years later would flourish into the Mompreneur Conversation movement. Wow, Michele. Let's really peel back the curtain and let's have a chat. You've created a platform that resonates deeply with mompreneurs everywhere. Can you share with us the vision that sparked the Mompreneur Conversation Show and how you envision its impact on mothers balancing entrepreneurship with raising special needs children?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for reading my bio. I sometimes I forget, all that I've done over the years, but it's truly through God's grace and mercy that I've been able to really overcome this journey and actually thrive in this journey. And just as I said, with the mentors and family and friends that have allowed me to really get to this point. So, as far as the vision of Mompreneur Conversations Show, I didn't realize that it was a vision I had written like 14 years ago. I just knew that there's this underserved community, and I was part of the community. I didn't know how I was going to do it back then, but I said I always wanted to serve parents. But now I'm really, focusing on special moms who are raising special needs children. And so, it's all about really giving that foundation where they can be seen, heard, and understood. Because through my journey, even though I had phenomenal mentorship, there was still a disconnect because I was a full-time caregiver and I was getting, advice regarding starting a business where I had really little time to manage my business. So I always had this feeling of mommy guilt and not doing enough in my business. So I want to be there for moms and really help them understand they do have what it takes to be very successful in business, but they can still be there 100% for their child. So it's so many things that I want to do, but the vision is really to be able to support moms who are raising special needs children and help them start a purpose-driven business that they love.
Thank you. And before we view some real eye candy here visually, because we're going to be seeing a trailer, I'd love for you to share with us. The show stands on a strong foundation of purpose and core values. Michele, how do these principles guide the content and community of the Mompreneur Conversation Show? And what message do you hope every mompreneur takes away from each episode?
Well, thank you so much. And really, the core value or the value proposition, I really understood that we are busy moms. However, we are doing it all. And I really believe moms who are raising special needs children are superheroes. And they have a attribute which is resilience. And in business, you need resilience to be very successful. And I believe, when we're taking care of our children, we've gained leadership skills, we've gained time management skills, research and development skills, because a lot of times doctors don't know what's going on with our children. So we have to do the research and negotiating, right? We're always negotiating with the insurance companies, with the school district, the IEP. So we have the skills and the knowledge in our caregiving. And now it's just transforming that knowledge into a business. And so that's what I love to do. That is really our core value, is just understanding that that we are women who are raising special needs children are superheroes. And so it's all about resilience.
Wow. So you are actually going to remind mompreneurs that they already have the skills to be successful business owners. I think that's incredible. Let's put our eyeballs on this, the trailer.
It's coming, y'all. Okay, let's see here. Love technology.
I'd like you to imagine the future version of yourself who is living the life of your dreams and building a business you love. As a single mom raising a special needs child and running multiple businesses for over 3 decades, many times from my son's hospital room, I often felt lonely, unsupported, isolated, and exhausted beyond measure. Yet, I still had dreams of owning my own business. During my 13-year journey of taking care of my special needs son and building a business, I have been on a constant quest, even during incredible busy times, to discover how to redefine balance. The Mompreneur Conversations Show is for mothers of special needs children who want to find balance and well-being while starting a purpose-driven business. This show will guide, teach, and inspire you. You'll gain more confidence, clarity, and harmony in your abilities to manage a new business based on your passion that aligns with taking care of your special needs child. I started out this journey as a teenage mom, and today I am a multi-passionate mompreneur, an enlightened leader, best-selling author, and a seeker of untapped solutions. I am Michele Wilson. I am honored to have this opportunity to guide you on your journey to success.
Wow. And I am so honored to serve, support, and celebrate the Mompreneur Conversations Show. It's time to have some fun, y'all. We're actually giving away prizes for the people who showed up. And you have to be present to win. So we've got some pretty exciting prizes your way. What we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel. And if the arrow falls on your name, you could win a personalized mug or a personalized journal, or you could win the mention of you and your business on the Mompreneur Conversation Show. Can you imagine that? I mean, on Amazon, it's epic. So let's start this party. Could we go on?
Yep. And I need a few minutes because I need to add some names to our list here who just joined us. So just give me a few minutes. I'm going to add some names because I know some people registered a little bit later. So let me just add some names. So we're excited to get started. I believe Pamela. And we have Kathy Middleton. Good. Hey.
Such admiration for you and technology.
Thank you.
Such admiration.
Okay. So
I got the easy job.
I got it. And please forgive me if I didn't get you on the wheel. We'll definitely make up for that. So I believe we have. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. And you do have to be here to win. So let's go ahead and spin. I just want to take a look real quick to make sure I have everybody that's actually present here. So just give me a minute. We have Sophia. Welcome. I put Sophia on here. Let me put Sophia on here. And Desha, I think we have you here. Did we put her on? I thought I did. But you know what? I'm going to make sure she's on here. Risha. I don't know who the owner of the Thekin, but I think we have. There we go. So let's take it.
All right.
All righty. So here we go.
This first prize is for a personalized mug with your logo and your name. Pamela Stone. Pamela Stone, you are the winner. Oh, wait.
It's Sophia, actually.
Oh, it's Sophia.
But we'll go ahead.
Get it right.
We'll get it too. We'll give one for Pamela Stone since you already announced it. And Sophia, I'd like to,
Oh,
wow.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So
we'll make a note of that. Pamela Stone and Sophia.
Right. Okay, so.
All right.
The
next prize is for a personalized journal.
Oh. Well, we have Pam Stone. So actually, you get to choose. So do you want the mug or the journal? What one would you like? Or you can let us know which one you would like. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Or maybe just okay. And then the last, here we go. This is a mention on my show.
This is a mention on the show.
Okay. I don't think Belva's here, so we're going to remove her.
Got to spin again.
Yep.
Val Medley.
Surrender. Okay. There we
Val Medley.
Okay.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you so much for your generosity, Michele. And, just wanting to connect with the audience through, a little interaction. So here's the deal, folks. This whole gathering of people are people that you can reach out to and network with. So I'm inviting you to put your name, your business, your phone, and your email in the chat. Your name, your business, your phone number, and your email in the chat so that people can connect. And you want to save the chat. And instructions for saving the chat is when you click on the chat, there's 3 little dots at the bottom. And you click on those 3 little dots, voila, you've saved the chat. Because this is all about connection. You know, and I'd love for people to connect and say, hey, I saw you on the Mompreneur Conversations Show event. All right, now we're going to go into the special guest segment. And we're going to start with Miss Laura Ibarra. I'm going to read her bio. Laura Ibarra is a master in business strategy, branding, architect, and an editorial expert. Laura holds 2 master degrees, one in innovation strategic design and another in business administration. She is a Money and You graduate and is currently pursuing a doctorate in social research. Laura's expertise extends beyond her academic background. While over 18 years experience in the branding and editorial design field, she brings a wealth of knowledge to her work. In 2005, Laura established in Mexico her own company at the age of 21, Mas In, who recently celebrated its 18th anniversary. She was a key part of Grupo Reforma, one of Mexico's most renowned newspaper conglomerates. Years later, Laura played an essential role in the creation of the international brand Cancioneros MX por el Mundo, headquartered in Dubai. As the creative director, she envisioned and brought to life the editorial concept of their international magazine, distributed in over 120 countries through both print and digital platforms since 2020. Laura is an empathetic designer, skilled in active listening. This skill allows her not only to understand her clients' communication needs, but also to create branding systems and strategies that genuinely connect with and represent their businesses. Just a few months ago, Laura established her first international company, 3 Winds International LLC, inspired by the visionary principles of Buckminster Fuller, a renowned architect and designer, embracing the concepts of comprehensive thinking and synergy to create harmonious and sustainable solutions for successful brand communication. The 3 wins stand for a big win for the company, a big win for the client, and a big win for the community, as their commitment to enroll in a give back project and nonprofit support. Mastering her creativity and expertise, Laura and her team were able to create congruent and actionable strategies to elevate their clients' branding impact, as demonstrated in the Mompreneur Conversations Show project. Laura leverages her diverse knowledge and experience to provide holistic, effective, and creative solutions for her clients' branding needs. Laura's commitment to her community is evident in her role as a collaborative member of AHAM, a nonprofit organization that focuses on raising funds to provide scholarships to Latino students in the upstate area of South Carolina. Wow, I am so blessed to be connected with you and sharing just the development of this show. So, Laura, I want to ask you this. Once I find the page. You are an expert at branding. How did you use that to help launch the Mompreneur Conversations Show?
Thank you, Kimberly. First of all, hello, everyone. Welcome to the virtual Golden Premiere. I'm so excited to be here and being part of this. And as a branding strategist, the main thing here is all about communication. So when we came together by knowing Michele and Michele project and passion. I was obsessed with the content. For me, working with clients implies connecting with their value proposition. And I think that's a huge thing to say about Michele, that I feel like all the heart and the love and the passion she has for this project, it needs a very good strategy to communicate and connect with those people who really need the support. So as a branding strategy, I can tell you, we work on marketing research, branding identity, of course, graphics, but that is the end result. As you saw in the trailer, we bring together the concept and then make it easy for people to understand what is Michele pursuing. So pretty much that's it.
Additionally, what inspired your commitment to bring this project to fruition alongside Michele?
I believe once Michele shared with me the purpose is like, and by seeing her journey, because as an entrepreneur, I have tested for more than 18 years how sometimes difficult without mentorship is difficult to get along with all the things that you need to deal with. So I can just imagine how to be a mom and then with a special need kids, how little time you have to manage everything. So that's the passion that I see in Michele. That's why I am so committed to make it Mompreneur Conversation a success.
Thank you so much, Laura. I would like to read the short bio for Dr. Letitia Wright, a mover and shaker that I'm glad that I am getting to know. As the founder of Wright Place Studios, Dr. Wright is building Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV channels for professionals who want to extend their reach. And that's exactly what Michele wanted. With a goal of 100 channels, Dr. Letitia Wright has currently built 40 so far. Dr. Wright is a 2019 nominee for the 47th District Woman of the Year. Wow. Let's welcome Dr. Wright.
Yay.
Dr. Wright, with your vast experience in crowdfunding, entertainment, and branding, you've been a pivotal contributor to shaping the Mompreneur Conversations Show. Can you discuss the significance of the show's concept in today's marketplace?
Absolutely. Number one, I just want to say, Michele, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I feel like a doula. I'm so glad that Dame Doria is here to see this. This is long time birthing pains, but she's been nothing but diligent. It takes time to build something big. It takes time to build something big. You don't just throw it together and make it. And it's big and it's beautiful. The significance of what she's doing in the market is that she is focused on moms of special needs children. There is nobody else focused with her. She is the queen. On my screen, she's this way. She's the queen. She's the number one. Are there plenty of mompreneurs out there? Yeah, but there's nobody like her. There's nobody telling special need moms that they don't have to be guilty, that they can do it, that they don't have to throw their life away and just be glad their child is, living. They can have a life too. They can be fulfilled. She is the one because she's done it and she can lead the way. Are there other mompreneurs that can teach that? Yeah, but she's had the experience. See, I can tell you how to walk through a minefield if I've walked through it because I can tell you where to step. That's something you can read in a book. You can't read 10 books to know what she knows. Okay? Can't read books to just know it. She's lived the life. She has the information. And she is going to grow. And she is number one in her category. And now she just has to be known. Having her own Amazon Fire TV channel is going to help her be known, help her get more exposure, help her get out there. And so I'm very happy that she is in a market. She is a singular, spectacular entity. And so she can fly as high as she wants to fly. There are plenty of people in this niche for her to serve, and she has a heart to serve. And for those of you that are watching the streaming, everybody that's on here, we know her and love her up close. We know her. But for those of you who are watching on streaming, you may not really know Michele, or you just may know her from Facebook or afar. She is as sweet and loving, as caring as she appears to be. In person, she is that person. There's no put on, there's no airs. She is that caring, she is that loving, she is always that gentle. I wish I had such a sweet spirit. She is definitely helping me strive to be there. I like hanging out with her because she's helping me a lot. But she knows her stuff. She can teach her stuff. Some people know things but are unable to teach it. So you got to have the two things. And she is just, she can have that whole market. It's her.
What inspired your commitment to bring this project to fruition alongside Michele?
Just that I could see it. We've been friends for a really long time. We kind of lost touch for a little while, and then we crossed paths, and I could just see it. I mean, I caught the vision, I guess, from her. I could see it. I could see that it could be done. I did not see any blockage or reason not for it not to happen. She's made for TV. She has the skills. She's been in this business for a while. She's not new to the game. She's true to the game, like I like to say. And I think I'm just committed to, I'm committed to getting voices out there. I have a vehicle to help people get voices out there. And so while I cannot speak to moms of special needs persons, I can speak to sisters of special needs persons because I have a special needs brother, but I can help her get out there and speak to moms. And so vicariously, I'm touching those people, but I'm really just pushing her out there to touch those people. So she is, I'm vicariously reaching out to those women and helping those women, but it's really her. And so I think I am just committed to getting a strong, true voice out there. There's so much garbage out there that I know when I get somebody on the air and get them out there, I know the truth. I know they're telling the truth. They're teaching the truth. They're upholding, they're supporting people. And I'm excited about that.
Drop the mic. Thank you so much, Dr. Wright.
Thank you.
And right now, we're going to take a deep dive with Michele. She's going to give us the nuts and bolts, the pedal to the metal. And let's begin. Michele, it's all yours.
Thank you again. And thank you so much, Dr. Wright. And thank you so much, Laura, for just, joining me on this movement. Is truly a movement. And you just really inspire me because as Dr. Wright was saying, there's no one in this space because I was looking for that person. I'm like, okay, I got to be that person. And I'm just thankful and grateful to be able to just work with two phenomenal women. And so thank you for bringing this dream, this purpose to reality. So I want to talk a little bit about the Mompreneur Conversation and really how to find the show is the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I really want to talk about is like how you can support the show. I know, actually, believe it or not, I'm surrounded by more mothers who are not raising special needs children. So that's why I know we're spread out. I just recently attended a caregiving summit and I was so amazed. I felt like they were talking my language. It was the first time for me, really. And these were entrepreneurs who were caregivers. And as I focus on the mom, but there's fathers and there's all different types of caregivers. And so, my goal here is just really to help you understand what I am here to do, who I'm here to serve, and that it's all about connections. And so, that's one way that you can help is just creating the connections, right? So first of all, I want to talk about how to find the show. And I want to say thank you again to Dr. Wright. I would have never thought that I could own my own channel. So we have Mompreneur Conversation Network. So that is the actual channel where you can find us on Amazon, and we're going to drop the link. So when you see this logo, this is the channel. And and my show, Mompreneur Conversation Show, is just one of the shows that is going to be on the channel. My goal is to grow this channel because I really believe there's a need for moms. You know, we need help with not only business, but with health and wellness, right? We need help with personal development. Those are things that I can do, but I choose to, I'm looking for programs that really want to serve the mompreneurs. So this is the network where these different types of programmings will happen, right? You know, with parenting a special needs child. So if someone has a show that they want to, you know, to help parents, you know, just parenting. So that's what the Mompreneur Conversation Show Network is. So it's on Amazon Fire TV. And so when you, there's going to be a link, but when you go there, you'll see the network, and then you'll have the different shows, the different categories of the show. And then, so that is the first part I kind of wanted to share with you. And then we have Mompreneur Conversation Show, which actually is my show. And want to thank Dr. Wright for just the concept. It's a one-woman show, and it's really sharing I am an adventurer, right? I love self-discovery. And so I am so excited that I'll be able to bring back what I've discovered over the past 14 years in my entrepreneur journey. And so this is the logo. And I want to thank Laura for just, as we are saying, it's all, branding is really about essence. And she really heard, understood, and saw me and what my purpose was. And so she's been able to bring that alive through graphics. So the second logo is the show itself, and it's a one-woman show. It's 30 minutes long, and I'll be sharing. You know, it's actually the first episode is on Amazon Fire, and it's going to be the birth of Mompreneur Conversation. But I'll be talking about like self-care equals self-love, right? Or the journey of how to really start a purpose-driven business while, you know, raising a special needs child. And so that's what my show is about. And it's all about giving resources and tools, because I have gained a lot of resources and tools. I've, you know, attended a lot of programs and so forth. So I want to be the guide, right? I want to be the discoverer and guide women through this journey and really have them have a community and a platform that they can share. Because a lot of times I know in my experience that I didn't always feel comfortable about sharing my caregiving experiences, because I can't even tell you sometimes the things that I've gone through. And so I kind of, I won't say I'm shameful, but it's not an easy conversation. So like I said, recently I went to a summit and I was like, oh my gosh, they get me, because they understand, they walk the walk day by day. So that's what the community is all about. The show is all about. And so those are the two ways. Like I said, you're going to get to go to Amazon, get the link, and watch the show. So that's one way you can support me, is actually downloading the app and watching the show and sharing it. If you know a mompreneur, a mom who's raising a special needs child, they could be full-time, you know, in the corporate world, or they could be at home, but someone who's maybe thinking about, hey, I want to start a purpose-driven business, right? So that's one way you can support me, is just, you know, download the app and share the show. And the second way you can support me is we actually have advertising and sponsorship for the show. So if you know someone who wants to touch this community, we have a media kit that is going to be in the link that you can download and just share. It's all about connection and sharing. So there is definitely opportunities to advertise on the show. And then going back to the network, actually there's 4 ways. The network, if you know someone who has a show who wants to, you know, actually who wants to communicate or connect with the special needs moms, if they have a show, we'll help them create and develop, you know, put the show on the network. And as I said, I've never dreamed that I could have a show and a network. So I just want to thank Dr. Letitia with that. And then, as I said, we have our branding expert Laura here, who's helped me. I mean, the trailer that she put together with her team is phenomenal. It spoke to everything that I've gone through. So we have an amazing team that can help you. And then, of course, the third way is just, it's all about connection. Who do you know, right? I'm looking to, you know, talk on stages, because it is definitely about awareness. I believe we're a community that's underserved. And so I'll be totally transparent. I feel sometimes very uh being authentic, because I don't share my story a lot, so this is very it's like that emotional courage that I'm going through. But I feel like we need to speak up, because we're just not heard, we're just not seen. And so I want to be that voice. So I'm looking to speak on stages, podcasts. Just that opportunity is all about building awareness. That's where I'm at the stage in the Mompreneur Conversation Show, is about awareness, so that you could serve our community and support. And then I want to talk a little bit more about just the Mompreneur Conversation Show. I am really about giving back to the community. I've been so blessed and honored to, with my son actually, and our family have been touched. So we have a give back about me. It's all about making a difference. And so the three organizations that I'll be supporting, 5% profit will go to three organizations. Make-A-Wish Foundation is a foundation for children that have a wish and they make them come true. And about in 2014, my son had the wish of he wanted to go on a Disney cruise. And so Make-A-Wish Foundation here in Tri-Counties made that available. And the thing that was so special about that, I didn't know how much it made an impact, but it was more the planning. It took his mind away from his illness, because he was in the hospital. I can't even tell you how many times a year, and just the pain and the suffering that he's going through. So when you're making a wish for a child, making their dream come true, you are able to help them, just have some fun and some joy in their life. And then the second organization is the Painted Turtle, who Paul Newman's actually the founder of this. And every summer from the age of 7 to about 16, my son was able to go to camp. And this is a camp for serious, they said serious fun, but it's for, kids with serious illnesses. And at the camp, they have nurses and they have doctors. So my son is on a feeding tube 15 hours a day. So he was able to go to camp and they took care of him. They're able to put him on his feeding tube, take him off his feeding tube. If there was anything going on, they would be able to do that. And so they have different sessions for different type of kids. They have like a liver disease session. So all the kids are all, have the same kind of diseases and so forth. So it's very tailored. And so I'm just so thankful to the Painted Turtle, because my son truly, like I said, it's about bringing joy and fun to a child who's having, serious illnesses or who has a disability. And then the third foundation, or the third organization, is the Oli Foundation. As I said, my son had a feeding tube. And when I learned how, I'm really a caregiver and a full-time nurse, I feel sometimes, but literally the nurses gave me like 2 or 3 days of training, and I had to go home and do it myself. And one of the things why my son's condition is considered life-threatening is because of his feeding tube and infection. So the Oli Foundation, they were actually able to sponsor me. I was able to, me and my son, to go to medical conferences. The first conference was in Wisconsin. And that's when I really learned about, how to manage his feeding tube. And then he was around, kids who had the same type of illness, and I was around adults, who had, the caregiving and so forth. So these type of organizations are so key to children who are special needs, have special illnesses and disabilities. So my passion and goal is to give back to these three organizations, and that's just a start for me. I'm sure there's other organizations that I want to give back, but I wanted to share that with you today, that the Mompreneur Conversation is a movement, but it's also about giving back and making an impact. And then the third thing I wanted to share with you is I just want to give acknowledgement on this journey. I'm really, really thankful. I've had the opportunity, as I said, it's about all about awareness. So I want to just kind of give a quick shout out to a couple of actually publications. I've had the honor and the privilege to be able to write for the Los Angeles Tribune, which is the CEO was Mo Rock. And the reason why it's so important, as I said, is because I want to build awareness and let moms know who are special needs that they can make a difference. They have dreams and goals, and that they can be fulfilled, and just really building the awareness. Like, we go through a lot, it's not, our day is very unpredictable. And so how do we manage that? And the second magazine I want to talk about is a Vision Made magazine, and the editor-in-chief is Pamela Stone, and I want to thank her for the opportunity. She allowed me to, write a column or article, and it's just been phenomenal to be able to, touch women, touch moms in a different way. And then also I want to thank Eric Zuli, who's the founder of Easy Way magazine. I was able to write an article, and it was really amazing to be able to write an article where Jeff Hoffman, who is, the Priceline co-founder, to be able to write an article. And it's really about building awareness, being able to write. I have my show and everything, but I want to find different avenues to be able to touch moms who are raising special needs children who really want to start a purpose-driven business. And so that's really it in a nutshell. I'm also going to put a link in there where you can contact me directly, my calendar link, because I would love to have conversations with you and see how we can, maybe partner up. And we'll definitely want to, I'm just so thankful and grateful. And I also want to thank Dame Doria for just coming on today, because actually, I just realized that everyone on the panel is a Money and You graduate. And I think that's why we work so well together. This is amazing because we follow the principles. So thank you, Dame Doria, for just coming and supporting us. And, thank you, Pamela and Val and Maria and Louise and Adersha and Kathy. Thank you so much. I know we're going to have great things. And Sophie, I'm just really honored to be able to share this moment in time with each and every one of you. So thank you. And I'll turn it back over to you, Kimberly.
Michele, I have been in awe of you since visiting you in the hospital and watching you. I remember you starting the business in the hospital room. And you courageously said, well, I got a phone and a laptop. And I said, let's go to work. You have had the emotional courage to take your vulnerability and see a vision, to take your pain and turn it to a purpose. And what we're here today to connect is to create a ripple effect of awareness, because we all know moms, but we need to ask about those moms with special needs children. We've been told as entrepreneurs to find a niche and fill it. I'll tell you, we couldn't ask for a more perfect queen to step in and really resound the message that mompreneurs with special needs children are already equipped to run a business with the way they handle life. And so, Michele, you are giving hope to so many. So I just gently challenge all of you to ask, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Because we need to give hope to some women that are out there struggling, because they don't have to be alone. They don't have to be alone. So now we're going to do a little interactive thing here. We're going to do a poll. We want to get your 2 cents. I think it's really important. So Michele's going to throw up a question on a poll, and you simply need to answer it and then press the blue submit button. We ready to rock and roll?
Absolutely. So the
All right.
question
All right.
is, have you understood the vision of what the Mompreneur Conversation Show could achieve for this underserved niche? And we'll give you a few minutes to say yes or no. Okay, well, let's go. And the results?
All right. I am so glad, because that's the key to spreading the word about the Mompreneur Conversations Show.
Awesome. So the second question is, on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is not at all and 5 is extremely, how strongly do you believe that mompreneurs raising special needs children should receive better support? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's share. Let's share. Awesome.
I would say it's unanimous.
Awesome. And the last question is, Do you know a mom who is raising a special needs child while balancing caregiving responsibilities with a job? And let
Well,
me
I know
launch.
you.
Yes, and actually, it's not launched. Let me see the question. And we probably do. Let's see. This did this the last time. Well, we'll just say, raise your hands.
Yeah, raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Awesome. So thank you so much. So that's the end of our polling. It was just really important to make sure that, it's really not about me. It's just about who we serve as the community. And I just wanted to make sure our message is understood. So thank you so much.
We want to all be on the same page. We all want to know that when we go to share this information, where it's going, because there are women out there waiting to have some hope, to have a lifeline, and to be connected with Michele to get those resources that they probably aren't even aware of. So in closing, and we're going to close with the trailer, but in closing, I just want to thank all of the attendees. Some of the ladies that are on, I text very late and they're here. And I so appreciate you showing up, because time is your most valuable commodity, and you gave it to us tonight, and we're just so grateful and thankful for it. Again, Michele, you've taken emotional courage, put yourself out there with authenticity and vulnerability, and it's going to go far. You are just getting started, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to the second event. Who knows? It may be in person. You just don't know. But I want to acknowledge you, my friend, for everything that you've done. We've known each other for 15 years, and you're just getting started.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Each and every one of you is on our Zoom today. It has a special place in my heart. Kimberly, thank you for being mistress of ceremony. I remember those times that you would just bring me food in the hospital. You always made sure I was fed, and that was so special. So from day one you were there. And then also want to thank Laura for just, being on this journey with me, just bringing my dream, my purpose into a reality, into a story that people could really understand. And Dr. Wright, thank you so much for just, I'm really thinking big. Like I could really take my message big with, having my own show and network. So I want to thank you. And then also just thank each and every one of you. Now I'm going to share the trailer, because we definitely want to honor your time, but we'll have a little after party after, if you want to stay a little bit after, and just, we would love to open up the mic and hear what what you've learned, share any insights with us, but we would definitely like to go ahead and open it up. And actually, I know I'm going to put Dame Doria on the spot real quick. Dame Doria, I would love to have her speak just a few moments.
Yes.
That's because Dame Doria, I'm telling you, when I was looking at the lineup, I'm like, I can't believe we were all Money and You graduates. So it felt like this attraction must have happened for us to all to come together, because we've met each other at different times. So Dame Doria, we would love to hear from you.
I hope you can hear me well. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I am in a patio at my mother's nursing home, and I'm actually across from where the staff sits and eats. And I'm just so grateful. And it's so interesting, because as I'm looking at my 98-year-old mama, who is watching an old movie in TMC, and she's having the time of her life, it's like the opposite. I feel like my sister and I have become her mother. And of course, she has special needs, because having dementia, pretty strong dementia, she's completely at the effect of whatever. But she's so well cared for. I mean, there are some beautiful staff here, but I'm just imagining what it would be like. And it just moves me so deeply that you're doing this for all the people that feel helpless and hopeless, don't have the level of support and the network that we have, the people around us that we have. And so thank you for doing this. And it just moves me so deeply. And I'm like, okay, how can I support? How can I put the word out? I was going to ask you, maybe you can send me some memes or something, and we can, do a social media and the many, many groups that we belong to. and the social media sites, and particularly in the Asia Pacific region. I was just thinking about, there is in the US, we're more open and can speak about it. But in many of the countries that I hang out in, there's a lot of misconceptions and shame and guilt and things that have been overcome in the United States. In other countries, it's not seen that way at all. And so people kind of hide, and they can't just share the frustration and what they're going through or get the level of support. So this is really a global movement. It really is. It will start here, and it can be very big. And, you just have to just really plan it correctly and support all moms around the world, and some fathers too, because we know that there are some fathers that are also taking care of their children. Mostly it's moms, but I can think of a few fathers too that have had to take care of their children. So thank you. I am very moved and inspired, and I'm so glad. And it's kind of emotional too. I'm actually literally going through on the other side. I can see my mother perfectly, and she's having the time of her life watching this old movie and laughing and enjoying it. And so it's a beautiful moment for me, because she took care of me. And even though I didn't have any special needs, I was a special child. and she was such a good mom in guiding me and constantly, I was very precautious and very, I felt a lot. I said things that you weren't supposed to say, and the way she protected me and kept training me to only talk about those things in the family. You cannot talk about this outside. And just a very quick sample was one day I had this deep connection with a cat, and and it wasn't my cat. It was a cat in the neighborhood. And I literally saw God in the cat. And it was like I had this deep connection. And I came home and I was talking about that I saw God in the cat. Well, I grew up in Chile, which is a Catholic country. It was not a Hindu country. So seeing the cat, God in the cat, was not acceptable procedure and acceptable anything. So I remember Mama just being so loving and just saying, do not speak about this except with the family. And her loving demeanor and me just really trusting this woman who was my mom, that she knew what she was saying. So I did exactly as I was told. And how helpless we are as children. And whether we have special needs or not, we are so helpless. And just imagine that when we do have special needs, that we do even more helpless. So thank you. And thank you to those organizations. And, and I'm happy to extend whatever I can to those organizations. And I love you all. And that's my sharing today. Aloha.
You, Dame Doria, and we love you. And I also want to just put a little plug that November 15th to the 19th is Money and You in San Diego. So please, if you want to reach out to us, it's a phenomenal program. And when Dame Doria was talking, I was just thinking about my son. One of the things that I learned so many lessons from my son, through the grace of God. But one of the lessons, I remember one time we were driving to a doctor's appointment, and he heard Joel Osteen saying that medicine is the best medicine. So my son, even though he's gone through so much pain and suffering, he laughs all the time. And so he brings so much joy. And he would have never, he doesn't see himself as being disabled or having a disability or, have an illness. So I get a lot of my strength from my son. So I just wanted to say that, I wanted this to be a fun event. I believe that, laughter is the best medicine, especially when you're going through difficult times. So I want to go ahead and end the show with the trailer again. And then, as I said, if you want to stay back for a few minutes to do an after party and share, I would love to hear, a little bit of feedback and just, how the event went. So let's go ahead and we'll close it out with the trailer.
I'd like you to imagine the future version of yourself who is living the life of your dreams and building a business you love. As a single mom raising a special needs child and running multiple businesses for over 3 decades, many times from my son's hospital room, I often felt lonely, unsupported, isolated, and exhausted beyond measure. Yet, I still had dreams of owning my own business. During my 13-year journey of taking care of my special needs son and building a business, I have been on a constant quest, even during incredible busy times, to discover how to redefine balance. The Mompreneur Conversations Show is for mothers of special needs children who want to find balance and well-being while starting a purpose-driven business. This show will guide, teach, and inspire you. You'll gain more confidence, clarity, and harmony in your abilities to manage a new business based on your passion that aligns with taking care of your special needs child. I started out this journey as a teenage mom, and today I am a multi-passionate mompreneur, an enlightened leader, best-selling author, and a seeker of untapped solutions. I am Michele Wilson. I am honored to have this opportunity to guide you on your journey to success.